Welcome to the Burnout Recovery Podcast, a guiding resource dedicated to healthcare professionals on their journey to overcoming burnout. Spearheaded by Dr. Joe Braid, a certified professional coach and rehabilitation physician.
You are listening to the Burnout Recovery Podcast, episode 120. Today we're talking about something that might make your palms sweat a little, saying no. If you're recovering from burnout, chances are you're pretty familiar with saying yes. Yes to extra projects, yes to work after hours, yes to helping everyone else before yourself. And I'm here to tell you that learning to say no might be the most loving yes you can give yourself. You know, it's fascinating. When I work with burnout recovery clients, almost all of them share this common thread. They are incredible at meeting others' needs, but struggle to honor their own. It's like they're fluent in every language except the language of personal boundaries. And this was something I really had to learn as well when I was in the thick of burnout with 3 kids under maybe 8, a busy clinic, busy household, family international, and really feeling like yes is what I have to say to people's requests and demands with a strong element of a people pleaser underneath there. So let's start with something important. Boundaries are not walls. They're more like the fence around a garden or the fence around your house and garden, if that's where you live. They protect what's precious while still allowing connection and growth. And I think that's such a great approach to be taking in your burnout recovery journey. When you're burned out, your inner garden has likely been trampled by too many people walking through it at will. Here's what's actually happening in your body when you consistently override your boundaries. Your stress response system stays activated. I've been talking about this through the different recent episodes, including the one with my wonderful guest this month, Dr. Eti Ben-Shabbat. And every time you say yes when your whole being wants to say no, you're triggering a small stress response. Over time, these micro stresses accumulate, contributing to that overwhelming burnout feeling. Think about it in yourself. When was the last time you said yes to something and then immediately felt that sinking feeling in your stomach? That's your body's wisdom trying to communicate with you. It's saying, hey, we're already at capacity here. Let's grow that emotional awareness of the emotions that we all have that really influence what we end up doing every day. So here we go. I've got a little practical strategy for you to set and maintain healthy boundaries while recovering from burnout. So firstly, recognize your red flags. These are your body's early warning signs that a boundary is being crossed. Maybe it's tension in your shoulders, a tight chest, or that knot in your stomach. And these physical sensations are like your personal boundary alert system. Really start to pay attention to them. Step 2, get clear on your non-negotiables. So during burnout recovery, you really need to be extra protective of certain resources. And it's great to identify your non-negotiables in these 3 main areas: time, especially for sleep. Check out the last episode and rest periods. Energy, your capacity for additional tasks. We know that energy is usually down in somebody with burnout. And also emotional bandwidth, your ability to take on other people's challenges and problems. Thirdly, craft your response library. This is where many of us can get stuck, the actual words to use. So here are some scripts that you could adapt. For a work situation, you could respond with, I need to check my capacity before committing to this. Can I get back to you tomorrow? Or my schedule is at capacity right now. I want to deliver quality work, so I need to decline. And so you can say things along the line of, I'm at capacity now. If you would like me to complete that task ahead of other ones, which one do you want me to remove from my list? And I was recently reading The Lost Art of Accomplishment Without Burnout by Cal Newport. Really interesting about like slow productivity. And he's got some really great strategies in that book around prioritizing tasks and seeing that productivity that you do have as a knowledge worker and how you can communicate that to the rest of your team of what you're currently working on. It's great, different strategies around burnout and boundaries. For your personal situations, you could respond in this way. I care about you and I need to take care of my health right now. Or I'm in a season of rebuilding my energy. Can we plan something for next month instead? So just giving yourself that bit more time. And also notice the use of and that I used in these phrases here instead of but. It really acknowledges both realities without diminishing either. Fourthly, practice the pause. And this is really crucial when someone makes a request. Give yourself permission to pause before responding. You're not being rude, you're being responsible. A simple, let me check my schedule and get back to you can create the space you need to make a conscious decision rather than an automatic yes. Now, let's address the guilt. It's such a common companion on this boundary setting journey because it might not have been boundaries that you were setting in the past. And so the guilt turns up and it's actually often a sign that you're making some healthy changes. Your system is so used to saying yes, so no will feel uncomfortable at first. This discomfort doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It means you're doing something new. So here's a powerful reframe for you. Every time you say no to something that would drain you, you are saying yes to your recovery. You're saying yes to being more present and effective in the commitments you do choose to keep. Before we close, I've got a small challenge for you. This week, practice saying what I call the slow yes or the quick no. Either take the time to truly consider before saying yes, or if you know it is a no, say it promptly and kindly. No explanations needed, no apologies required. Remember, you don't need to justify taking care of yourself. Your worth isn't measured by your availability to others. In fact, maintaining healthy boundaries isn't selfish. It's how you ensure you have enough energy to show up fully for what truly matters to you. That's all for today's episode. Next time you feel that urge to automatically say yes, pause, take a breath, and remember, your recovery depends on your ability to protect your space. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, and remember, boundaries are an act of self-respect. Thanks for listening to this episode. Schedule a 60-minute power hour with me and leave with relief, decisions made, and clear next steps. Or send me an email for a speaking inquiry. All information is available at drjobraid.com with links in the show notes.